E-learning companies pay very well. It can be quite fun because you get to learn as well. But those pesky companies want everything in separate files. So you do an hour's worth of work and you get, £300 or £400 or whatever for it. Fantastic. But then you read the small print. We want them all in separate files. What? What? No. So it takes forever to do. Now, sometimes it's obvious what they want, but sometimes, because some people are in the dark ages, or some of the e-learning clients are on very small internet speed or dial-up, they want every sentence in a separate file, which means you've got to record the whole lot, and then you've got to, highlight it, open up a new file, control paste, and then save it as, and, it just takes a long time. Your fingers wear out and you are utterly depressed at the end of the day. Not anymore. Here's what to do, okay? First of all, you record the whole thing in whatever software is your favorite, Adobe Audition or whatever. The key thing is to leave gaps, and it has to be a real gap, not just some noise in the background, although you might get away with it. But it doesn't take long to do. You sort of highlight the bit which is an obvious gap, and then you silence it so it is a gap, all right? So you get these gaps that are totally silent, make them at least 1.5 seconds, and then you save it. You compress the whole lot if you want to, just optimize it however you like. Then you go into software. I use WavePad. WavePad is free if you're not charging for your work. If you are charging, it's not that expensive. It is utterly brilliant, and it is very quick to do. You simply import your file into WavePad. You then go into Edit, and then you go into Split. And then there are various choices. You want to choose Split Files automatically. Now, it's found your file and it's already worked out something automatic, but ignore that. You want it to sense the silences. You choose the silences. There are various jiggery-pokery things to play with here. I would go for sensing at least 1 second, because remember you've got 1.5 seconds to sense for, which is 1,000 milliseconds. So go for that. Or I put 1,200, I think. Yes. And there's a threshold as well. So I keep mine at this level. You can copy my figures if you like now. But you need to play around with your own system. It may not be the same. And then you click the split button. And here we go. All those files have been magically split. So what do you do if they want the names of the files changed before you send them to the e-learning company? Usually they're sequential, but they got some wacky thing at the beginning. So you use Advanced Name Changer. This is free software, although I absolutely insist that you give the developer at least a tip, because it is wonderful software. It is so good. I can't praise this enough. And thank you if you're watching now, you made this great software. Basically, if it's simply adding a number, then you import your files into this on the right-hand side, and on the left-hand side, you simply say how you want it to be changed. So add 1 each time, or add 10, or you can change the letters, all that crazy stuff. So using these 2 bits of software and using the technique I said, it reduces time dramatically. I hope that is wonderfully useful to you if you're doing e-learning and they want them all in pesky separate files.